You've seen the headlines. She made six figures in a month on OnlyFans. This teacher quit her job and became a millionaire. Empowered, independent, in control. But what if the story behind those headlines is a little bit more complicated and a lot more uncomfortable? OnlyFans, for some, it's a symbol of liberation, a platform where creators take ownership of their bodies and their income. For others, it's a sign of how deeply commodified personal identity has become. Once seen as a revolution in creator independence, OnlyFans now finds itself at the center of a growing debate. Is this really empowerment or just exploitation dressed in a sex positive filter? Today, we're diving deep into the evolution of OnlyFans, the culture around it, the money, the manipulation, and the myth of control. Because in a digital world where everyone is a brand, we need to ask, when does empowerment become pressure? OnlyFans was founded in 2016 as a general subscription platform where users could pay creators for exclusive content. Initially, it wasn't about adult content. It was about direct-to-fan monetization, much like Patreon, but its lenient content moderation made it a natural fit for adult content creators who quickly flocked to the platform. Then came 2020. The pandemic hit, people lost jobs, and millions turned online for income. OnlyFans saw explosive growth both in creators and subscribers. Suddenly, it was everywhere, on Twitter, in pop culture, and promoted by influencers and celebrities alike. There were headlines about creators becoming millionaires and stories of financial independence, but the reality for the average user, very different. OnlyFans is marketed as empowering. You set your prices, you control your image, you decide what to share. But what happens when the pressure to retain subscribers means constantly escalating your content? Or when fans start expecting more intimacy, more nudity, more access? Just like YouTube or Instagram, OnlyFans creators face algorithmic pressure. Burnout is real. Many creators feel like they're always on, stuck in a grind to produce content that performs. Add in parasocial relationships where fans think they know you personally, and the emotional toll can be intense. You're not just selling photos or videos, you're selling a fantasy, and that fantasy needs constant upkeep. OnlyFans made a move that shocked the world. It announced it would ban sexually explicit content, the very thing that built its empire. The backlash was instant and overwhelming. Creators protested, fans pushed back, and within a week the platform reversed its decision. Why did they try this in the first place, you ask? It had less to do with morals and more to do with money. Payment processors like MasterCard and Visa have strict rules around adult content, and OnlyFans wanted to attract more mainstream investors. But in doing so, they exposed just how dependent they are on sex workers, and how expendable those workers are in the eyes of the platform. Sex work has been reframed in recent years. Sex work is a rallying cry, and platforms like OnlyFans help bring that idea into the mainstream. But mainstream acceptance often comes with a price, and sometimes that price is nuance. Not everyone has the resources, looks, or safety net to succeed on these platforms, and when success is framed as a matter of personal hustle, failure is seen as a personal flaw. It's the dark side of hyper-individualism. If you're not making money, it must be your fault. In traditional sex work, there were at least some communal structures. Online, it's often just you, alone, hustling, branding, and vulnerable. Who really profits? The hard truth about OnlyFans is that the top 1% of creators earn over 30% of the platform's revenue. It's basically a pyramid, not a playground. Many creators invest time, money, and emotional energy only to earn little in return. The average income is often underwhelming, especially after accounting for taxes, platform fees, and content production costs. And with the success comes the return of the middleman. Agencies now manage creators, promising more exposure or taking over their accounts entirely. Some creators have been exploited by partners, friends, so called managers, essentially recreating the exploitative dynamics OnlyFans claimed to eliminate. On the surface, joining OnlyFans is a choice, but choice isn't always as free as it seems. Economic instability, social media glorification, and pressure from partners or peers all play a role. We see TikTok celebrating $10,000 months, viral videos about quitting 9 to 5 jobs, and influencers telling young women this is their future. But behind the scenes, many creators feel trapped, afraid of long-term consequences, or simply burnt out and unable to leave. There's also the double standard. Society simultaneously shames and profits off sex work. The respectability politics are exhausting, and for many women, what was once a lifeline becomes a source of long-term anxiety. In response, some creators have jumped ship to alternatives like Fansly or AVN stars, which promise better policies or more creator-focused structures. There are even decentralized or co-op models in development, though those remain niche. There's also been movement toward unionizing or forming creator alliances, but these efforts face major hurdles, such as platform instability, lack of legal protections, and ongoing threats like data leaks or revenge porn. The safety of creators still feels like an afterthought. The media loves a success story, but it often ignores the grind behind the glamour. Articles focus on creators making millions, but rarely cover the thousands earning next to nothing. And when someone tries to leave the industry, the tone shifts. They're mocked, ridiculed, or accused of being ungrateful. Creators are expected to be both proud and silent, to flaunt their success but never question the cost. Even commentary channels and influencers get in on the ridicule, turning creator struggles into content, which I find quite disgusting. So where does this leave us? Can platforms like OnlyFans truly empower creators without systemic change? Real empowerment would mean protections, better pay structures, mental health support, legal safeguards, and the right to walk away without being destroyed. It would mean respecting sex work while also challenging the systems that force people into it. It's not about banning platforms or shaming creators. It's about building a better ecosystem, one that values people more than profit. OnlyFans is not the villain, it's a tool. In the right hands, it can provide freedom. But when profit becomes the priority, creators, especially women, often pay the price. We need to move beyond the false binary of empowerment versus shame. We need nuance, we need support, and a real systemic change.